Tonight on Podcast Them Down, Anathema's back with a different name and 2 fewer Cavanaughs. And probably some other people are different too.
Podcast them down.
Hail Metal Nation, it is I, Tim. That's Mike. This is Podcast Them Down. Probably a short episode. Had to talk about weather systems, which is the new project, side project, technically, of Danny Cavanaugh from Anathema. So Anathema, we can skim through their entire history in a few minutes, but basically, in 2020, they announced they were going on indefinite hiatus. Okay, and then like
it was
months
COVID related, right? Like
yeah, because they couldn't tour, right?
Yeah, no, it makes sense, right? Like you can't tour, you can't make money. But I never really understand why. I never really understand why you kill one band and open up another when,
right.
You know, why not just anyway? Yeah,
so he started a new one and basically said it's going to sound like Weather Systems, and it's called Weather Systems. So Weather Systems happens to be probably my favorite album of theirs, except for Universal, which is the live album that came out after Weather Systems that hits all the good songs and a bunch of classics. So, yeah, but the day we are recording this, the day the single came out for Weather Systems, it's called Do Angels Sing Like Rain? So when I saw that, I was like, well, that's weird. And I'll put on a little bit of it so we can talk about it.
I just wanna stay at the bottom of a lake.
It's Anathema.
right.
Like,
yeah.
So the song is Anathema's done this before. They'll take one idea, one like musical phrase, and
Right.
just live on it. Deep is 2 chords.
Oh.
And that was like one of their biggest hits for a long time. So later on in the song, they take the same idea. I'm just jumping ahead, and now it's like heavy. Yeah, so it's Anathema, specifically Weather Systems era Anathema, which is great because The Optimist sucked. Did you get The Optimist?
I did not.
Or listen to it. See, once again, I have forgotten that streaming exists. And I said, did you get The Optimist? Not, have you heard The Optimist? All right, so that was their last album. It came out in 2017. It's a sequel. See, I didn't even know this till today because I listened to it once and said, I don't like this, and stopped listening to it. And it's written by Danny Cavanaugh, same guy as Weather Systems. So, which is weird. Because leading into it, I felt like into this Weather Systems announcement, I thought Danny Cavanaugh, in my mind, here's what I pictured happen. He wrote 2 amazing albums in this style, right? Weather Systems and whatever the next one is. Not Pariah's Child. That was a different episode. Distant Satellites. You know, and they're both very much in the same vein. And then they come out with The Optimist. And I felt like there was an argument in the band about direction. And they're like, we don't want to go in this direction. We want to go in this direction. And yeah, I listened to The Optimist once or twice. And I was like, I don't like this. So it is a concept album that continues the story of A Fine Day to Exit.
Oh. Huh.
So it's basically there's a guy who disappears at the end of Fine Day to Exit, or somewhere in A Fine Day to Exit. This picks up where he disappeared and what he did after that album. Okay, that's The Optimist.
Okay.
Shame it didn't work out. But then the album before that, Distant Satellites, very much in the vein of Weather Systems, and before that, obviously Weather Systems. So, yeah, high hopes for the band Weather Systems. I like the single they put out. I'm hoping there's better stuff to come. Like, it's not bad, but it's better than The Optimist.
Right.
So keep it up, Danny.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, I hadn't had a chance to really listen to this through, but what you played sounded...
Oh, you heard the main idea. That's all you needed to hear. That's, they just did... Danny did the anathema thing to it.
Right.
Lived on this idea and developed it, and wrote like ambiguous lyrics. I don't think he ever says "Do angels sing like rain" in it, but okay. So real quick on the history of Anathema, because it's weird.
Yeah.
They have had the same like core guys, more or less, for their entire career. I don't know who's involved with Weather Systems, but it was Daniel and Vincent Cavanaugh, John Douglas on drums, a guy named Darren White on vocals, and the Cavanaugh's brother, they're brothers, and then their other brother Jamie on bass. That's what they started out with.
Okay.
They had a handful of bassists, the longest serving of which is Jamie, if you add it all up. They added a second drummer in around 2011, 2012, and the two drummers trade off on drums and keyboards, which is, if you watch Not Universal, they put out another one where it's like them live. It's called A Sort of Homecoming.
Okay.
I believe. You can watch the drummers switch off playing drums and keyboard, which is just weird. Interesting. And then they added a female vocalist, Lee Douglas, for a while, but she's not on every song. And I imagine she's bored when they tour, because she's got to sit backstage for half the show.
Yeah, I always thought that was weird, and especially because they never close with her, so it's like she exits before.
Yeah, well, maybe like, she gets to the hotel and gets to go to sleep before everyone else.
Maybe it's the best gig in music.
Maybe it could be.
It's almost as good as being a member of Obituary. I love Obituary, but my goodness, it's like anybody could play those guitar parts.
And I think Lee Douglas is married to John Douglas, who's the drummer. One of the drummers. The other drummer's name is Daniel Cardoso. So if you're taking... was named Daniel Cardoso. if you're taking notes, this is Lee and John Douglas and 3 Cavanaughs, and then another guy named Daniel. So I bet he felt like the 7th wheel there. I know, I can count. It's not 7. But Anathema started off as a doom metal band in the early 90s, right? And then their original singer left, so Vincent took over.
Okay,
so then they're doing that, and then they went sort of goth, but they overshot the goth thing and landed in depressive alt rock. Right? And so that's when Eternity, Alternative 4, and Judgment came out. Now, I got into them when Judgment came out, and I wish I had it, but they have I went to London. My parents took me to London when I was in high school, and I bought the CD at like Virgin Records, and It still has the pounds
right
price tag on it. Anytime if there's a price tag not in dollars, I'm gonna leave it on there. So but yeah, then they just kind of leaned into it, and like for the next while, every so often they sounded like Oasis. But they always played to metal crowds and at metal festivals, which I thought was it. Oh, it says here Lee Douglas is John Douglas's sister. Sorry. They're not married. They're related. Oh, my hand's up again. High five. All right, so then they did We're Here Because We're Here and Weather Systems, and that is the best sound for them.
Yeah.
And then, so I wonder if I'm reinforcing my own theory by filling in lots of gaps I don't know. I think The Optimist is what derailed everything, and Danny Cavanaugh goes, I'm gonna go back to the best era of our music and have my own band with what, hookers and blow, you know.
Speaking to them playing for metal crowds, I feel like they're like over, where it's like
they haven't done anything metal in a long time.
They're grandfathered in.
Yes, that's it. That's the perfect way to say it.
You know, you were metal once, so you get a pass for whatever the hell it is that you want to do.
They haven't been metal in fucking 30 years.
Yeah.
But it's fine. Play your Oasis song. We like it anyway. It's okay to like this alt-rock because you used to play doom metal.
Right.
No, I don't know any of your doom metal songs, but I think they did at one point re-record them as atmospheric songs. I'm pretty sure.
Atmospheric.
Or, you know, like...
Okay.
Like in their current style. I think they redid a lot of the doom metal.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, they had 2 albums as extreme metal, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 albums with their new sound. But it's okay because, you know, they started metal. Yeah. You know, so there are bands that doesn't work with.
Does their Metal Archives page have a passive aggressive blurb about why they're still on Metal Archives?
Oh, that is a great question. Oh, I was split up. No, technically they're on hiatus. They're not split up. They list them as progressive / atmospheric rock.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on here.
Huh. That's surprising.
Yeah, because they have to justify a lot of bands being on there, just like they have to justify bands that should be on there but aren't, such as Body Count. I'm sorry, but Body Count is a heavy metal band.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sorry at all, actually, but I mean, like, I can type in Limp Bizkit. Oh, that's Lamp Biscuit.
Lamp Biscuit.
Oh, I guess they're not on there either. All right, well, I take back half of what I said. All right, that's all I got. Hopefully positive things coming from Weather Systems. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully this just ends up in Anathema reuniting, because I liked what they had going, except for The Optimist. Maybe it's just because I'm a pessimist. Hey. All right. Well, until next time, Metal Nation, if your band decides to go on hiatus, please start another one that sounds exactly the same. It's only the right thing to do.
You think when Weather Systems breaks up, they're gonna go for other, like, weather phenomena?
Cumulonimbus.
I was about to say the same cloud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Cirrus. Let's do Cirrus.